What's up, my fellow humans? It's your Skull here, and today is the last episode of this park in Planet Zoo. Hallelujah, yes, hallelujah. Before we're gonna start, have a nice purple thumbs up if you guys will enjoy, subscribe for more, and if you have the age of 13 or below, skedaddle, get out of here because the channel is not meant for you. Thanks to all friendly kappa law. So guys, as I explained into last week's episode, today is the last episode that we're going to be making due to, like, if the zoo is too big, my PC can't handle it and it's like a little bit lagging everywhere, and I don't want that kind of experience for you all. So what we're going to be doing, what are you guys doing here? Get out! So what today we are going to be doing is do a full zoo tour with you all, what we have built. It's not going to be super big like all the other zoos videos that you might see, but what I can already say is that we are not quitting the series. We are really making progress into our thing. Like, this was more like a startup project to see how everything will go, how far I could go and all that stuff, and that's unfortunate. But also to see like how creative we already could be. And I must say, like, towards the end it was a little bit less creative, but I made a promise to myself that into our next Planet Zoo series, which is already coming online next week, so no worries, we are going to like work 2 to 3 episodes on one enclosure. We're going to try to get like maybe 10 to 15 different type of animals, and try to make a zoo like that. So the Planet Zoo series is not quitting. Next week we're just back with a brand new zoo, brand new episodes. These will also be recorded with my camera, and it will be like here in the top corner. So yeah, that is something I'm actually looking forward to. Recently, I don't know if you guys could or have seen it into the community page or your subscription bar if you're subscribed to our channel, that we have some nice upcoming changes to the channel with new series coming up and streams of, well, our very own animals into their enclosures at my home, real life. So we are going to show you guys the zoo. I already want to say as well, thank you for all the support that you guys gave me into the zoo. I really appreciate it a lot. I really do. So thank you very much for all the support. We're going to come in with the people here, because, well, we're gonna go in and we're gonna buy us a little bit of a ticket. We're in, and we have, well, still the amazing entry hallway. A little bit of water dripping. Oh, it's just raining. Ah, great. So we're just going in. Wait, actually, perhaps it was not such a good idea to let people in, maybe, but we have to cancel our plans here. So we're coming in, and we have the beautiful sakura trees over here. This was, from the beginning, to be honest, one of my favorite places in the park, because if you look at it, it's just a lot nicer and better. Like, wait 1 second, I'm gonna change my wait, we're gonna restart over. But I'm gonna change like a little bit my my settings here, because some graphics look a little poop. I'm gonna change it to be in. So we are back. I adjusted like a little bit of my graphics because it was better, and I closed the zoo again, so like we could have the optimistic, the best resolution. So as I said, we come in here and you have this amazing like little well, square, I could say, with our 2 shops that we had in the beginning. It was hard to find a way, to be honest, to earn money fast, so I kind of like did build what I wanted to build. But I'm gonna be honest, in our next 2 I really want to go a little bit more into the Japan style theming. So here we have like a little bit of decoration from the African theme that is going to come up, but then we have like our 2 shops, the gold piece, some donation stuff. And the thing is, I don't know, but I love the pink trees all combined with like the green and purple flower bushes here, some benches. It just looks nice if we're going to look at it from an angle point like this. It's looking amazing, just like wild. Of course, over to here we have our working space where people came here to work, where the stuff happened, where they're helping the animals and all. And here is like an entryway of an enclosure. We could go around all the way and you come into another facility where people could work. It's like off the walking path of the people. So then we're going to walk a little bit further and see where we would reach our first animal, and that's over here, which is the red foxes. This was our first animal. I actually had no idea that it would be so cool to have foxes in our zoo, because I mean, I like foxes. They live here in the wild in Belgium, but I thought it might be cool to have these little creatures into our zoo, and this was legit one of my first enclosures I have ever made. And I'm not gonna say I dislike it, I just put like a lot more effort into it than I did in our last ones that you will see later on in this video. But I mean, the foxes have been breeding nicely. I never had like the chance though to put a little bit extra play things into their enclosure, but I mean, it looks, oh, he's pooping. It looks amazing. They have like their own little cave that we have built on our own. It's one of the things that we have built on our own, and I mean, it's still alright looking. A lot of foxes sleep here, a lot of foxes rest here. They have like a lot of space as well to walk around, that's why they're perhaps with so many. Yeah, this will be one of my first exhibits that I've made, and that I will be proud of that I have made. That's raining again, that's great. So, that's the first animal. Then we have a lot of trash cans since people were throwing a lot of litter in here, even into this enclosure. That's why there's no have a Hippo here. I don't know what that means, to be honest, because you might be like, oh, this guy's Spanish, but no. By the way, that's like, I do not mean that as an insult or something like that to the people from Spain or Spain-speaking people. But then we get over here into the other exhibit onto our right side. I'm actually going to let the rain hopefully pass away a little bit quicker, because it's poop to do a tour when it's raining. I hope nothing dies by the time here, because the time is going to go fast. Yeah. Look at the dude running. Rain, rain, go away. And it's like raining for 5 whole months. And now it's getting dark. Of course. Okay, well, doesn't really matter. So over here we have our next enclosure, and this was one that I actually used water for the first time as well. I mean, I had never had an animal enclosure that had water. This was like the first animal that was swimming in the water, and here he is. Here she is, the Platypus. Sadly, one of the other platypuses has passed away. The thing is, I liked it being so open. People could just like, well, throw stuff in there. That's why the barriers were a little bit like higher up, since people were like throwing their stuff in here. But I liked it that you had like this nice little pond relaxing. Okay, this is a little bit weirdly placed, I'm not gonna lie. But we have such a huge enclosure for this little guy, and he likes it. It's also not super big. We have like the whole baobab tree over here that makes the enclosure look like it's some kind of centerpiece. Then we have like a whole rocky place around here with like a lot of rocks. That's when I did not know you could duplicate stuff, so make things into a whole scenery, because this is all placed in one. All placed in one. Now it's all like now we all came together. Oh, okay, weird. But this was legit one of the enclosures that I liked a lot. Like if you walked in here, you had here the foxes, here are platypus, and if you would stay in here, you can see him perfectly, like over there. I mean, could the enclosure be a little bit smaller? Yes, probably, but I mean, it is what it is, and the animal itself is happy. There are like not many poopies, so that's all good, and I'm glad for that. Then we are getting a little bit further, and I hope yet again that it will be daylight. It's kind of poop nighttime. You can see a lot. The thing is, you cannot change as well the daytime and all that stuff, so I'm sorry about that. At some point I will need to let people back in, because otherwise we will have a little bit of a problem. And Zoo will be like, "Hey, we quit. We quit." Okay, we are back. Yeah, I had to let people in, because otherwise I would get notifications like, "Oh, the Zoo's getting broke." Get out. Okay, so if we go any further a little bit, like I'm coming towards one of the things that I am proud of the most, and that is this square. This whole field. I mean, this is one of my favorite places in my entire zoo. The thing is, I love this whole square. You have places where you can just eat. You have my song playing in the background. Platypus. Oh, wait, yeah, sorry, oops. You also have like varieties of information boards, places where you could snack, or a whole like sheltered place with a little bit of a heater where people could stay and eat. So, like some advertisement of the upcoming series, perhaps one day. But this has been the biggest problem for me personally into our entire zoo, the peacocks. For real, guys, these peacocks kept multiplying and multiplying. I recently removed basically 50%, 60% of all the peacocks. They keep getting disease, they keep pooping everywhere, they keep doing stuff to mate, and they keep multiplying like crazy. It doesn't matter how many peacocks that I removed, it keeps coming and they keep multiplying and they keep doing stuff. But yet again, I love these animals and they look very beautiful, but I think if I would ever get another zoo, I don't think I would get another peacock, because they really brought so many problems with them. Even though like we had one male, one female at the beginning, now we have 20 males, 20 females. And yeah, I love the albino though, like they are very beautiful, the albino peacocks, and I mean the enclosure was at the beginning very nice looking until I had to add this, since we just did not have enough space for them. So it's a little bit unfortunate that it had to come like this, but I mean, otherwise this was a beautiful open field with the peacocks coming here. And you might be like, why didn't you sell them? Well, the thing is, they got sick, and they're in some kind of loop. As you can see, like, yeah, they are in some kind of loop, but they keep getting sick, and if they're sick, we cannot sell them or release them to the wild. I mean, it's kind of logical, but yeah. Then on the other side here, sadly enough, I think they have all passed away. I'm not sure. This one definitely has. And here, yeah, they also have, sadly enough, passed away. So here were the aardvarks. They were sitting here in their enclosure. To be honest, I can add them back again. It's like no problem if we want to. I'm just gonna add them perhaps like some aardvarks, since it's kind of sad. It's sad. Reset all filters. Oh, here they go. Just gonna. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, we have no money left. So we're gonna have to buy them with our nature points, or just well, one then. Animal trading. There we go. So basically, what I have done here for the aardvarks is that, well, you have their little song here, but they also have like a little sprinkler. The only thing is that I might have regretted is that they could not shelter away from people, and I think that aardvarks need to be able to shelter a little bit away from the humans here as well. This was like a little bit of a smaller enclosure with no water pond. And here was our male aardvark, and I mean, I like this whole cave thingy. It's from the Steam Workshop, and it's like mud bat, so it could shelter a little bit away here. But the ladies that were over here could not really shelter, and now this male, if there will be coming peeps, they will be looking here, throwing their shit into our enclosure, and it will just make a big mess. But overall, I was happy with these enclosures. Sadly enough, the animal that passed away, it is what it is. I also have like no money left to buy more now. But like I said, this is legit my favorite part of the whole zoo. I'm gonna go a little bit further, and then we come over here past the square. On the left we have just a generator, nothing too special. And here you can already see what there will be. There will be penguins coming up. This was episode 5, and it was one of the hardest things for me to do because I've never had built an inside thingy. Like also when I play Planet Coaster, I rarely build inside parts. The thing is, I can't always, I just can't get it right. Even though like in our next zoo I will try and attempt this again and put like a lot more detail perhaps in that building, even though, I mean, it's still alright looking. No. Okay, don't look at the roof. But it's not the roof that we need to be looking at. If we look from here at the outside, I think it's alright. It's doable. It's okay. And if we come in here, at the beginning we had some troubles really with our whole structure, how the penguins were going to be living, and I wanted to make it like an island, but that did not work out at all. So the thing is that, yeah, we changed here by placing some stores to attract more people, some information boards left and right. So then you would come over here. This is just like a whole, this is a city of penguins. What? Look how many, what? I have not been here for such a long time, and there are a gazillion. Okay, there are like many swimming as well. Look at that. I mean, penguins, they make a big and happy family, but this is just more than 100 penguins in one enclosure. It's a little bit crazy, the time that they meet. So first, well, as you could see in that episode back then, I made like a whole circle in here and tried to let it be an island where they would live. Towards that end, I saw that it was not a good idea, and I just placed this whole big sleeping platform here for the penguins. Now by the time I can see, that is not enough anymore. I also made it like a little bit Christmassy, placed a little bit of a Christmas decoration here and a mountain. Not that they're ever going to get on top of that, but it was a nice detail. If you could go like from here a little bit further, you had some place to sit down, eat, or drink a little bit into this enclosure. Had some penguins here and there, and the cool thing is about here is that this was also my first underground part where you could see at the animals how they were swimming. Wow, there's like even more over here. So it was so cool for me to make something that you could like go a little bit underground here with the old statues of the penguins. And okay. Oh, you just okay. You died, unfortunately. Um, but that you could see how everything would go underwater, that it would swim. But then yet again, if you wanted to go upstairs and watch the more upper part, you could or watch from that enclosure over there, or you could just walk here to the side. And here as well, you could just look at the penguins waddling around and enjoying their little life. Also placed a little bit of a drinking thing here. It did not have that many customers, but I mean, if you Fred, if you. We read a little bit of a generator because we had to power, of course, that store. So we're going to go back outside, and then whoop, a little bit lower, a little bit lower, a little bit lower. There we go. We're gonna walk a little bit further. Onto our right was the pathway to the district of the staff. And then we're going to go a little bit further and we wander right off into the African theme. I was happy, to be honest, that we could start the African theme. I was looking forward to it to just focus on one theme itself, and that is as well what we're going to be doing in our next two. It's way easier to find decoration or stuff to build because you go into the same route. Here downstairs you could see that we have built a little cave, some plants and like many rocks, because this is the enclosure for the rhinos. The thing is, this is also, well, a first timer experience to build like an enclosure that is lower than the peeps, and people could just like go and wander around in it. I think I did a pretty nice and decent job, I can say, to build this. The rhinos have never had any troubles besides the fighting, and I just like the stones, the variety of stones, plants everywhere. They had a nice wandering space to go around. Dang it. Okay. And well, they also had like their. Okay, we're back. So as I was saying, like we have caves here a little bit everywhere, tons for them to play with. Just so much space. But I think within time we could also add warhogs with these animals because they just go well together. But to be honest, I like this habitat. Like also with the trees, it gives a nice little vibe that you would need. So people would come around here as well. You have like a little bit of a district that you would have. Well, the artwork exhibit. So it would go around here, and then we're back kind of at the same spot. Here as well, like this whole street was something I liked very much, because as you can see here, we really have the African houses coming together with the grass, like an elephant statue, the grass here. I really liked that a lot. I really did. Here we have a pathway that would lead on to the other part of Africa. What we're going to be doing is we're going to first go over here, because if we would walk this path onto our right here, we would have a whole African museum, which like people could not enter, but I thought it would be an amazing addition to our zoo, since like on the inside itself there is basically nothing, just like a vase here and there, some stuff, but it just looks so nice. It looks quite modern for people to just walk by and be like, hey, this is an African museum, and it fits amazing into this whole space. So yeah, at our left is something that I'm gonna be honest, I was not super happy with it, I'm not sure if the animals are still alive here, because I've not seen them for a while, but here were the caracals, or are the caracals. To be honest, I am not a big fan of cats or what comes with it. But the thing is that, like, one of my colleagues at my work, it's his favorite animal, and he loves zoos and all. So I thought it might be fun to add it to our zoo. What I did not know was that it could jump that high. I did not know a lot what to decorate here in this enclosure, but well, I tried my best, and I tried to see here to add a little bit of scenery, but it was not that easy. Also, like, it wanted like some trees in here and there, but that did also not, well, it went all good. So this is one of my least liked enclosures, but well, the animals have passed away as well. There's so many animals that did that I didn't know. Whoops. But one day they'll be back in the zoo if it's back open, because we're closed forever. Okay, so back onto the street, because we went to the Caracal. We saw, ooh, okay, there's nothing in here. It's a bit closed for now. We could go through here. We could go farther away into here, but that's one of the last things that we're going to be visiting here, because we are going to go here now, and then you could see like the big sign, hippos. I mean, this is, I was not expecting that this would be legit our main thing, our whole main enclosure. The biggest enclosure that we have ever made is this one. And also, like, I wanted to try to do like an underwater bit over here with like a tiny little house, so we would go down here. And yeah, tree, get out of my tree, get out of my way. Okay, we cannot get in here anymore, or what? Well, if we go in the water and then just like, no, okay, can we get like more deeper into the water? No. So what we had here was basically not a lot. We had a table or two. Yeah, we had okay, we had a table or two. Nothing too special. People could see from underneath there what or where the hippos were. The thing is, I never seen those hippos swim a lot. But the thing is, that was like not the only place where you could see them, because you could come down here and go underneath the water where they would rarely be. But you could also go around here from the pathway to the left. It was like a little bit of a way over here. Another hippo over here where you could see if they were swimming over here on this side. You could go and walk around here where they actually are right now. Could walk over here, see that from this side, see it from this side, where they were hanging out. That's a bush. And here it is, the pygmy hippos. First I wanted to like get big hippos. This is the only enclosure that we really worked 2 episodes on, because it was just hard. First it was only like the half of this enclosure, because the problem was that the hippos were not that happy with like how their enclosure was. The problem really was the water, because I added like some extra water to there, and then all of a sudden it was good. But all before that they were like not happy at all. They were like, oh, the enclosure is way too small, and da 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 da. So then we built that like this whole new place with a lot of open area, a big lake, where nobody could bother them. And then all of a sudden they were happy, and it was all like, oh, it's fine now, it's all good. So they had a little cave here, a little bit of trees, and that is also where we would go if you would here go to the right hand side. You still would have the Caracal exhibit up until here, and then that would stop. Going back here into the hippos enclosure, and here you would see the other island if they would hang out here. You come here into like some walking space full of trees, lightning, and a little bit of a peaceful thing, because you would just walk around the whole lake that I have, well, made here. Here you could go to the right to another place, but you could just go walk around the whole thing and have some hippo decoration for you all ready. So yeah, that is this whole enclosure. So on to back here, because we would just go down here, walk back up, and we would go to the left over here. And I'm not gonna lie, from all of the animals that we have made into our zoo in this series, this is my favorite. And I was not expecting it to be my favorite, to be honest. Because the Okapis, or Okapi, they are such fantastic creatures, and since I started to play this game, I fell in love with two brand new animals. Because I was always like a humongous fan of a sloth. Sloth is like my spirit animal. I also like crocodiles, reptiles, but I was like not a lot into other species of animals besides like if it were reptilians. And this game legit made me fall in love with these creatures, with okapis. They are so amazing. Like, they're a little bit like horses, even though like I'm totally not a horse dude. They're one of my least liked animals, to be honest. And these guys are so beautiful. They are so amazing. We have made like a little bit of a long grass section for them, some trees where they could just walk around, run a little bit around. It's a little bit keeping them like horses, but if I would ever go again to another zoo where there are okapis, I will definitely make a vlog there for you all to look at it, enjoy, maybe as well the sight of seeing an okapi, because these animals, you do not see them very often, and I'm happy that they're in my zoo. I remember, like, Skull, what's your other animal that you fell in love with? Well, it's not in the zoo. So yeah, perhaps one day they will be in another zoo, and I will talk with you about it. So we're gonna go a little bit further, and well, of course we have some more hippo decoration. Well, they are the main event here. On to our left, we have made a little bit of an African working space village, because well, we were kind of far away from another workspace. So then we're gonna go over here, and we come into the circle whole thing. Like, okay, back again, hippos, yes. But multiple facilities are inaccessible. Oh, that's unfortunate. So here we come to our next enclosure, which I thought like it would be needed to be this big, but actually it was not needed at all. But here we have our fennec foxes. Yet again, not a fox, but I made like a lot of grass here. At first we made some little bit of a houses here. I had to remove them because like the foxes themselves were like, I'm not a fan of it. So we just had our caves, like a little bit more shelter added, and they would just like walk around here freely. I also seen at the beginning of this episode that the last one has passed away as well. So I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, but their fennec foxes are not accessible right now. So yeah. As you could hear, is something that comes next, but first we're gonna go to the left, or actually right-hand side over here, and then we have our chimpanzees. I had no idea what to make, to be honest, out of this. I wanted to have some monkeys into our zoo, but the thing is, like, the enclosures that I've seen are usually inside for the monkeys. They have an outside part, and it was I wanted to create something like that, but I just can't. I have not enough experience to make old school monkey habitats. So I just made like an outside enclosure. I'm not entirely happy with it, but yeah, I mean the monkeys are enjoying themselves so far, and we have like a huge statue with an ape. Um, but besides that, we have like also back again our little houses that are coming back. Cave here. They also have like a little bit of a playground over here that they could hang out, but the thing is that within time, I really want to focus on those old school monkey habitats with the inside tubes and places to hang out at, but also that they have a little bit of a door that they could go outside, so that we have an inside part where we could watch the monkeys, but also an outside part that we could watch them, and perhaps like that will be better, cooler, I don't know, we'll see for that. So then we're gonna go over here, and well, here as you can see already, Dumbo and elephants everywhere. I really wanted this to be our main event, our main attraction. The thing is, actually, it seemed to be that the peacocks were like dominating the main place, but the elephants have, well, they're nice to second. What is this with like the there we go, okay, with the server. So first you come in here into like a whole African little village where we have a death adder that was over here, and we also had another snake over here. Oh, but the exhibit is empty. Okay, so this animal has also yet again passed away. Then we have this, which is amazing. Like, I really love this, the lights here that are coming and popping up. Then here we have like some drinking stances, feeding stances with elephant statues walking around. And if you wanted to get a little bit closer, here you could just see a baby elephant. They have made it. The enclosure is super big, because here we have like a little fountain, some decoration here, some elephants here. We have a huge pond where they could just wash themselves in and be away from the people as well, because here at this part no one could see them. If they wanted to like be separate from the humans, they could just go here, wash themselves a little bit, but they had no need to be into human sight. We have like some houses yet again, and here they are, the elephants. This one is humongous. So they're really like a herd here. They're happy looking, they poop everywhere. Then for like the houses, we had some African houses, but yet again, I also like this type of space. It was like medieval-ish. Perhaps in the future we can do something like that if we ever going to make another elephant exhibit. But then yet again, I like place another African exhibit here. It's pretty huge, but it comes very nice because with the whole like square that we have here, we have a balloon thing or something like that, and like another food stuff. This is an amazing square, and well, here at the bottom we have a whole restaurant where people could eat. Yes, I had to place that there because well, we had power. We were in need of power. So yeah. Now on to here, because we have seen the square of the elephants and enjoyed their sight. We're gonna go a little bit further. Here we have like yet again a little bit of a worky spacey. It is needed sometimes, because otherwise the people have to run, and the base keeps running. Here on the other side we have back again some monkeys that you could enjoy, and onto the left side we have a huge panel of Africa. Then a little bit further. Now if we walk further around here, we come back here where the hippos were. So that is also interesting if you would have walked this way. Now here is something that I just placed quite quickly. As you can see, it's kind of poopy made as well. There's a pathway over here, but people cannot see it. There are like small critter-sized animals. I'm not sure what was in which, but this is empty, so the Goliath has died. The Goliath spider. We have still the beetle, but I don't know where. Where it is. The thing is, I have kept these not in. Well, I've not kept them, but I took care of them in real life when I was working at a pet store. Quite dangerous animals, but yeah, nothing to do about it. Well, these animals I still have in real life. The axolotls. Their welfare here is not as good as they are in my house in real life. I I love these pets, but the thing is, these enclosures are just super basic. And it's not that you could change a lot to them. The cool thing is here, though, with these little creatures, uh, that they just act like they should act. The detail in these little guys is amazing. For example, like, you can see they don't move a lot, and in real life they don't move a lot as well. They're quite big as well for their, well, they're an average size, and mine are also like this size. It is nice that you could just look at them from this close, but yeah, the exhibits are basic. And on this side, I think we had another snakey. Oh no, a boa constrictor. I have no idea where that one is. Oh, there he is. But I think within time we would be able to, or we were going to be able to, God dang it, you guys are weighing in with your fake escape. Within time, I think we're going to be able to build like legit maybe a reptarium, a reptilian house. Because I really want to like do something for reptiles, get crocodiles perhaps, I'm not sure, but make something cool out of it. So then, a little bit further, and we're going to start here on the right side, is our giraffe exhibit. I have made a long time ago when I was trying out this game in my private server thingy land. I've made a small giraffe exhibit, and I like that one a lot more than this one. The thing is, this is quite open. It's an alright looking exhibit, but like, I mean, the glass, I should not have done the glass. I should have done electrical fence. It looks nice. I mean, the giraffes, they're amazing creatures, but yeah, it's just this whole thing. I mean, this building looks nice. It's like a whole exhibit thingy, and where the baby could sleep perhaps. But it's not for the big ones, definitely. I just placed it here to have a little bit more housing decoration, but I think the main thing where they sleep is just here. I tried to let it be like some kind of big village here where the rich people live or stuff like that, to make it look a little bit nicer, but I'm not super happy with it. Then here I am happy with, so we're gonna go over here, and to our left side we have a little bit of a fountain of lions. We have two huge lion statues, and here people could just go and watch the lions from pretty far at the beginning. I remember, like, if I did not place these over here, they would escape. Whoops. But within time, like, they show themselves a lot here. I didn't even know that we had an albino lion. I think if we would release them to the wild, I think we can do that. Yeah, we can cancel it. It gives us 700 points. So that's a lot. He's hungry even. But yeah, I really like this thing. They could go around if they wanted to. If they don't want to see people, they could just, well, yeah, be here. As you can see, she is over here. But also the big whole tree with many animals in it. I mean, this is some kind of centerpiece for them, and for the people. It looks nice. They can see them from far away. You don't have to have more. And here we have a little bit of a store, but I think this, okay, opened. So yeah. So now we're gonna go on back into the whole beginning of our African theme over here, because we're gonna go and walk a little bit further, and over here to the left side we have our zebras, which was the last animal that we have placed into our African theme. I was happy with this enclosure since like we have so much variety. We also have back again the houses that are coming back. Um, but the thing is that there's a nice amount of like long grass, shorter grass, some nice amount of trees, decoration. You also have this whole thing in the middle. Many houses. Like it's legit a village around the whole thing. We also have nice bushes going around the whole place. A small little cave for them. A gate here with many bushes around it. I mean, there's so much variety in here. I like this enclosure, and well, of course, zebras are well still kind of cool. Not gonna lie. So now we are coming to my failure. I really tried to make something out of the cold zone, guys, but the thing is, it was very hard. We could not use snow, and I also had no idea how everything would work here with that snow. I tried to decorate like a lot of houses here, Christmassy stuff and pine trees, and also tried that onto the other side where we would come after the lions, which is over here. I really tried to decorate it here with like a cave and then this whole pixelated thing with the ice bears. Over here, I thought it might be fun to go underneath here. I know, like, my favorite zoo in Europe has this whole thing with like a giant aquarium as well for the ice bears or polar bears. But this totally failed for me, and I can't say that this whole part is not well made. I tried to place like a little bit of a car here to make things look a little bit more interesting and try to place decoration here, but it could have been legit better. So if we go in here now, we have like a little bit of a town feeling, a walking path that goes from here till here, and then we could go over here. We have like another facility of working people, and yeah. If we could go a little bit further, we have our walking path. We will go in here. We have a whole place of stores that would be ready for the people. Now at this point, well, we can reopen the zoo because, yeah, I think it was, if it goes to minus 300,000, I think they close the zoo. So we have like a walking path here, some houses going up here. King Penguin is then what we have built. So if we would go in here, I think it's an alright thing that we did decorate as the last episode a little bit more. But it was hard to find what I wanted to decorate here because I made the mistake of letting them being here. I can see the penguins from here. I mean, I should have made this island a lot smaller first of all, and yeah, from here you can't see anything. I mean, it would be cool if penguins would swim up close to here, but if not, you need binoculars to take a picture from them from here. So this was something not so good. We have a little bit of snow here, but like also not a lot. I tried to place like a lot of coolers here, but yeah. Also have like a little bit of a wall here. This costed me like a lot of money for nothing. So yeah, then we would go over here, go back down this walking path. Then you could again choose to go this way or that way. I decorated this here a little bit. And here is our place that we built last episode, which was the fennec wolves. Where are they at? Oh, here they are. I mean, I built this enclosure kind of fast. I like wolves, and I think they deserve their proper cool enclosure. Sadly enough, it won't be this one. I just wanted to let the zoo be over so we could start over next time, a new zoo. I know it might be like a mistake from me to do that, so you must forgive me for this mistake. And then this one is the last enclosure. I mean, like I said, I'm not happy with it, and I think that these animals since I love polar bears, deserve so much more love, but I just could not get the exhibit right. I made it too big than I actually should have been, and I mean, they're having fun, they're having their pieces of snow, even though it's weird. Um, they are happy. It doesn't not seem that they are having any problems, but the exhibit is too big for people to come and watch the polar bears. Also, I've never seen any peeps walking around here, because people were just like, I don't want to go this far. So yeah, and you might be like, yeah, this is an alright size, but no, it goes actually here as well. And if a bear don't want to show himself, he's just going like 5 miles further and just relax here at his little like bear house. I don't even know where the second bear is. I only see like a one bear. They're never together, and yeah, I don't know where the other one is. God dang it. So those are all the exhibits that we have built over the course of well, 17 weeks now. The thing is, guys, like I said before, the series is not ending. Next week we are just back again with more Planet Zoo, but we're just gonna go make our zoo a lot smaller. We're not gonna make like another Antarctic part. I think we're just gonna be focusing on what we have, something like this. You know, that this is going to be the zoo that we have, just like a whole place like that. A lot more decoration though, but just a lot smaller. We can have multiple series about multiple sections perhaps, but otherwise my PC is just gonna go boop boop boop. It's not gonna go nice and well. So I think it's better to do it like this, for you guys to have like a little bit more perhaps interaction. Things can get even more beautiful than some pieces here already are, but yeah, there's definitely improvement needed, but this was a project and it turned out quite alright. Besides, well, this whole section here, if we cut this off just like this here, cut that off, it would have been a great, amazing place already. But yeah, I'm not happy with this whole section, I'm sorry. But hey, that was it. I hope you all enjoyed our first season of Planet Zoo. Next week we're back already with season 2 of Planet Zoo, and the thumbnails will be also a little bit differently, so you guys can see that it's going to be different. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more of these videos, guys. That's all I can say. Thank you for all the support on these series, and I'll see you in the next stream or video. Take care, and goodbye, and thank you for watching.